Robbie here. Listen, lots of people have been asking me, Robbie, how have you managed to lose so much weight? And I feel so much better for it. And it has been a journey. But these two little things here, Optimum Day and Optimum Night, have really, really helped me on my weight loss journey. This Optimum Day, what it does, it helps you to curb your cravings. It really helps with your metabolism and just really just stabilizes things. And I swear by this. I absolutely swear by this. And then the Optimum Night, what this one does, I take these before I go to bed at night, helps you to have a much better, deeper sleep, makes you relax, makes you sleep, and makes your body recover. And these pills, I mean, listen, they're not magic pills, but they're all natural, and they have really, really helped me in my weight loss journey, and I really, really swear by them. So if you want to get your hands on these, scan the QR code in the description right now, or click the link down below, and you can get 70% off your first order with the Optimum Day and Optimum Night by Oxford Natural. As I said, these have been essential tools in my weight loss journey. Of course, there's no magic to it. You've got to eat less, you've got to go to the gym, you've got to do all those things. But these two have really, really helped me, and I recommend them very, very highly. So once again, if you want to get them and get 70% off your first order, all you've got to do is scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description, and you get 70% off your first order.
Hey guys, welcome back to DR Sports for, of course, the Saturday football show. And boy, was there a lot of very, very interesting games today across the Premier League table. We're talking about the title race, the relegation battle, and there is a humongous one going on right now as Manchester City lead Leeds United 1-0. Did your team play today? Of course, let me know in the chat down below. But how are you guys all doing today? Clinton, my friend, not the best result for you. How are you doing today, my friend?
What are you picking on me for?
I'm just going from left to right.
You're trying it. Listen.
I'm just going from left to right, my friend.
Yeah,
I see it.
See how it goes.
I would have done the same.
Wow.
Man. There's nothing wrong with that, Clinton.
You know,
let's talk about your team if you want.
Yeah, my team's arse right now.
I see.
Nick Pope out, man.
Nick Pope out now.
Nick Pope out. He's never in.
No,
never Nick Pope fan. He can't kick. He can't save. He can't do nothing.
You like always start moaning as soon as things go wrong.
We're not doing that.
Was you saying
we're not doing that?
When you was playing Carabao and you was 5-0 up? Was you talking about Nick Pope?
Because he had nothing to do. Started playing a Sunday League team. I would have even played him in goal. But against a decent opposition, he can't play.
No.
Nick Pope.
He's England number 2 as well, isn't he?
England number 2. England number 2. 42 more like.
Number 2, innit?
He's getting nowhere near the plane. He might as well book a tripping trip now.
So people you can see.
Yeah. Get him to Ibiza. That's the only time he's getting on a plane in the summer.
You can see Clinton's doing very well. He's doing very well after that game.
He's not, mate. He's been rattled. He's been rattled all day. But of course, we will be getting into that game a little bit later. We are quite heavily invested into this Leeds City game. Of course, we've got an Arsenal fan there, a Leeds fan here, and a City fan here.
Yes.
So I'll throw it to you. What have you made of this opening 70 minutes of the game so far from a City perspective?
I think we've actually been quite poor. First half an hour, we were pretty poor. I think could have definitely been one goal behind. But that ball from 8-0, that move was just perfect. And that's kind of what you need to do in these games when you're not on top, is you just need to make your chances. We only had, 2 chances really in the first half, scored one of them. Second half, we've kind of just looking to maybe just kill the game. Now we're controlling it a lot better. Second half's been a lot better. You haven't had many chances. But it's a huge, huge, huge game for both of us. Obviously, we're trying to go for the title. You're trying to avoid relegation. So it's been quite nervy, hasn't it?
This guy laughing, mate. Honestly, please take all the money away from Guy.
Listen,
before the Saudis, I was sat there
Even
watching this guy under Steve Bruce, Alan Pardew stinking up the joint, getting relegated down with us.
And we still
you
beat
in the trenches. This is what's
and we
so
still
much.
whooped you in the championship.
And
we whooped you in the
Substitution for
Premier League.
Leeds.
I had an affinity towards you, and you know what? But you have made me actually go a little bit of disdain for Newcastle, because we experienced the same as you. But you are correct. There is a substitution. There is a substitution for Leeds United, and it is Wilfred Gnonto who is coming onto the pitch. It is I believe Ilya Gruev coming off, Jayden Bogle also coming off the pitch for Daniel James. So we're going to see
Daniel James, come on, Nonto.
Little change of formation in the
Doku
offing.
2.0, Doku 2.0, come on, Nonto. Come on, man.
So we expect to see James Justin now fill out right back. And obviously, because Jayden Bogle has departed, we will be going to a back four from a Leeds United perspective here as the free kick goes in and it is dealt with by Gianluigi Donnarumma, mate. What are you guys in the chat making of this game so far? And as I said, what team do you support? Did your team pick up 3 points today? Or like Clinton, did you once again find yourselves on the back end of another beating?
What are we doing here? You're not seeing your team getting absolutely pummeled right now in front of your face.
The game is not yet over, my friend. As Wilfred Nonto drives down the left-hand side of the pitch and is unable to do anything.
Look at this guy. Here we go, 2-0.
Dangerous counter-attack by City here. Marmoush on the break.
Disgusting.
And he's taken down. It was a clean challenge by Wilfred Nonto. You've got to question what the referee was watching there.
The bias is insane.
Can I just ask?
I'm an unbiased
Can I just ask, like the Man City fan, obviously, like, how was Man City feeling going into this game? Did you guys feel confident? Obviously.
No, it's a tough place to go, isn't it?
It's
a tough place, and we don't have that many hard away fixtures left for the rest of the season.
Place to go, you're in Ellen Road.
For everyone else it is.
Ellen Road is tough, mate.
Well, you can't say that, mate. You whacked us 4-0, but everyone else,
for the average team,
Come on now.
Big cross by Silva, big header by Stroik. I mean, from a Leeds perspective, I have to say, I think this game for me has been extremely frustrating. Once again, a game of two halves. The first half was a great performance from Leeds, but failing to capitalise on chances.
Get the book out.
Yeah, it was a foul on Justin. I agree.
It was a clash.
It was a foul.
If you were a referee, you would literally be the worst referee that's ever been seen. Everything you say is the opposite of the truth.
Don't let him get you. He's drawing you out, mate.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. He's literally kicked him in the right. Look at that. He's touched it and kicked Justin in the ankle.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my days. An unbiased one. Please
From an unbiased point of view,
it's not an unbiased point of view, mate.
Sent James Justin, whatever his name, in Justin Timberlake to the shops, and then should have picked up a card.
This guy's been living in my DMs trying to roast me little Leeds. He's telling me unbiased point of view.
And it's only now he's put the Kleenexes down and actually got over the result. You know? Now he's let me in. You know what I mean?
I'm still not over it.
He's still not over it. We lost in the last minute.
I think having a 1-0 lead though is a bit dangerous for City.
It could be dangerous for Manchester City.
Not yet.
From a Leeds United perspective. But I think if we are to start of all the games, it is probably best to start with this game going on right now. Leeds United versus Manchester City. So let us know in the chat. Of course, smash the like button if you are watching. It always is appreciated. But let us know what you guys have made of this. Are you a Leeds fan, an Arsenal fan, maybe a City fan? What have you made of your side's performance and the game in general? Because I think this has been a very, very exciting game. I think you look at the first half, both sets of teams had a fair few chances. I think you would say Leeds had the better quality chances in the first half.
Sure.
Best two fell to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was unable to capitalise, and you've seen that a lot with Leeds this season. When they do miss chances, that usually things go poorly. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a man with
You'll be all right. Kim, this is like
put him under pressure, mate.
Listen, this is where the pressure's building. As you say, Leeds have been completely out of this second half for most of it, but this is where Leeds generally start to grow into the game. The fans are going to be pushing them behind them.
There's blood.
And in the last 25 games after 5:30, Leeds United have lost 0 of them. So
there you go. It's got a special towel.
Could that end today?
Got the special towel out. Here we go.
Or could that undefeated streak remain? As Ethan Ampadu is about to launch in a throw-in. It's gone all the way over everyone. Flicked on by Joe Rodon. And it's still circulating around the box. Stroik flicks it back in. Unable to do anything, but Gabriel Gudmundsson picks up the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. Shimmies it through 2 players. Cuts it back. Fernando gets the 1-2. Flicks it round. Gudmundsson crosses. And it is all going on outside City's 18-yard box as Ethan Ampadu kicks it this time.
It's not.
Calvert-Lewin misses.
It's not.
Back heels. Still on top.
It's not.
They're struggling at Ellen
People
struggling at
people that are
Road.
watching the chat, he's lying to you.
No, he's not lying. He's not lying. He's delivering it well. He's delivering it
Thank
well.
you very much. If only Wilfred Nonto could deliver a cross that well into the box, we might be 1-1 right now.
Love that.
God, if Wilfred Nonto could do anything, you wouldn't be able to
Hey,
do it.
listen, mate, you would kill for a Wilfred Nonto, mate.
I can't listen to this. For the next 15 minutes, I might have to just go and come back, watch it in another room.
Because he's getting scared, mate. Go on, that's a foul. That's a pen ref. Donnarumma's just clapped him over the back of the head, allegedly.
It's very rare you see City pegged back like this, you know.
It's very rare. It's every single game.
Look, you're nervous, man, because you know they're coming for your title.
So would you say
man.
fair to say you're not going into this
They're coming for your
title
title.
race with a lot of confidence from a City perspective?
No. We'll win the league. If we win this game, we'll win the league.
It was your title.
You win this game, you win the league.
Yeah, of course. Well, we're going to probably win the league anyway. You will do what you inevitably always do, and we will win the league. But this game will make it. Of course, we're 2 points behind.
But why is this game so important?
Because it's a tough game.
To say that you're going to win the league.
Because it's a tough game when we play before you.
All the other games are fine, yeah? You're just going to cruise through them.
No, I don't think we'll cruise through them, but the next game is the most important one. This is an important game. Away at Leeds, we haven't played particularly well. We're under a bit of pressure here. If we can hold out and get 3 points, 2 points behind you, we'll play you.
It's the same as the other day.
We'll play you at the Etihad, which obviously you'll try and go for a draw, and you'll get absolutely smoked.
Why are you going all the way to the Etihad? What about all the other games in between?
There's only a few games before. There's only a few games in between.
When
We'll
we
roast
played
you
in April.
We'll beat you what, like 4-5-0 at Wembley?
We're playing. What is it?
Your Arsenal fallout like it always does. Arteta will do his weird little. He'll bring light bulbs to training and he'll bring speakers on. He'll get pickpockets in to pickpocket the team.
Where did he get that from? I wonder.
No, it's all right.
Well, it works, doesn't it? No, it works. It works. It works for him, doesn't it? Because you've won.
All right.
Listen, Kwame, it's all right. Let him talk. Let him keep talking. Because by the 90th minute, he's not going to be talking so much. So let him keep.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what.
He's reading from a script.
I'm trying to remember
Because he's done it so many times.
Reading from a script.
Remind me. The light bulbs in the pickpocket. It achieved. What have you won since? I've actually forgotten. Can you help me out? What have they won from the?
It achieved light pockets.
Yeah, because they've been top of the league since Arteta taken over more days than
But they
Guardiola.
have won trophies under Arteta, in all fairness,
what
to
they do?
Arsenal. They have won the FA Cup under Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a different team for the most part
That was like when
than
he
it was
first there.
than this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
again.
when he first came in.
I'm still waiting to hear why is this game so important? Why are Leeds the team that you must beat in order to win the title?
because every game's a
not
must
the-
win.
Gay.
Because
Every game's a must win. But I do think, but I think the fact that we played before you this weekend and you've got Chelsea tomorrow being just 2 points behind is quite a big psychological advantage to play first.
No, not really. It was the same thing as last week.
As Wilfred
We just done
Nonto
what we
drives
needed to
down the
do.
left-hand side again. Leeds United coming forward with another
very
dangerous
confident
attack. It's
for-
crossed in and
man
is
who's
dealt with well by
been
Manchester
The top
City.
of the league for the vast majority of the last 3 seasons and won nothing. Where's that confidence coming from?
It's not confidence. It's I know my team this season.
Yeah.
And why am I going to panic because you man are 2 points behind us? It's been the same thing for the majority of the season. You lot have just picked up a few games. Yeah, fantastic. You've won titles before. I know that, but it doesn't mean what I'm going to be scared of Man City.
Well,
What am I scared of watching you lot play against Leeds? What am I scared of? What is scaring me right now?
Well, let's keep-
Marmoush, Bernardo Silva on the floor. Am I
What,
worried
Bernardo
about play-
Bernardo
No,
Silva,
hold on.
he's won 6 Premier
No,
Leagues?
but
While
I'm not
Arteta's
talking
been
about that. I'm
scratching his
talking about
bollocks.
this now.
Well, hold on, he
Why am I
is-
scared of you,
Ridiculous.
man?
He is
Why
on the
am I
floor.
scared of
Let's
going
see.
to the Etihad this season.
I think we're going to have a look at what happened here.
But when was the last
For the
time you
viewers at
went to the
home, we
Etihad?
are having a
Look at
little
this
look.
guy.
He's tried
This is
to
supposed
rugby
be
tackle
one of the
Ampadu,
leaders.
and he's
I
fallen to the
cannot wait
floor.
for someone to actually clamp this guy. He gets away with murder, Bernardo Silva.
Well, we will
Absolute
be
murder.
getting on to Arsenal later on in the show, who of course have a humongous game tomorrow against Manchester City at 4:30. But right
City
now,
playing twice in 2 days.
sorry, Manchester City, Chelsea, sorry, at 4:30. But we should
Oh, we
stick
are gonna
on Manchester
concede,
City now.
Nah, you're
just
not
after
You'll be all right. You'll be all
this
right, man.
corner kick. It is a corner
Donnarumma.
kick for Leeds
Although
in the
Donnarumma-
84th minute.
Is
It
that a big-
swung in and
good
dealt
Is that a
with.
long paper round?
I want to talk about Manchester
27.
City.
I know. Yeah.
I want to talk to you about Manchester City. Of course, you started off the season very, very inconsistently. You could say a lot of your forward players, aside from Haaland, weren't really firing on all cylinders. And you made some movements in the transfer market. Gahey And of course, Antoine Semenyo, as Nemecha picks up the ball on the spin. He's still going here. He finds Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who cuts it back inside the 18-yard box. He shimmies again, gives it across to Ethan Ampadu, drills the shot into the crowd of men. But Dan James is still there to pick it up on the right-hand side of the pitch. It's another dangerous attack. Mounting for Leeds United. It's a beautiful cross into the box. Can Wilfred Gnonto cut it back inside? Yes, he can. It's Calvert-Lewin with the bicycle kick. That goes nowhere. Wow, that was a close one.
Gravity pulled him down.
That was a close one. And it's back on another attack for James Justin. Crosses it in.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here with that man.
We do this in the end of games all the time.
No, you're playing with him. Look, watch.
Ampadu strikes again, and it's Nemecha. Gives it back to Dan James on the right-hand side, who has three options around him, and he's steady, decides to go down the line, drills the cross in, and it is a Leeds United corner resulting from it. As I said, I did want to ask some questions, but...
Anyone in the chat watching this, please marry this up with the commentary, because this is no way near how it sounded.
That's a handball by Ruben Diaz. Hang on a second here. We should have a VAR look. His hand is up there, outstretched.
I'm not enjoying
that. Is arguably a call, and it says corner for Leeds United again. And there are two changes coming onto the pitch for Leeds now. Jacobijo and Joel Piro on for James Justin.
And you lot are just about getting a win against Leeds, bro. Come on, man.
Hey.
Joel Piro is on.
What about when you get Newcastle? You're going to do the same thing?
Nah, they always beat us.
You can't talk like that, and then look how you're sitting in the chair. You should have the confidence.
Hang on.
You've got the 6 titles down on your belt. You should be sitting. That's it. Sit up, sit forward.
That makes sense.
Better.
No, you're right. No, you are right. No, you are right. You are right. You are right. You are right. Football fans, by the way. Football fans. Football fans who follow their team. Can I speak? No? Are you going to speak over me? You're going to carry on speaking over me?
A little bit of parliamentary proceedings here, lads. A little bit of parliamentary proceedings.
Just to clarify.
Let the man speak
quickly. So football fans, who love their clubs, when they're in a title race and there's 3 minutes to go and they're under a bit of pressure, they're not allowed to be nervous. They've got to just sit there with this cocky chest like you've had for the last 3 seasons. Had this chest last season. Had this chest last season, won nothing. Had this chest 2 years ago, won nothing. Had this chest 3 years ago, won nothing.
You're talking, but you're not backing it. Your body language is not backing it.
I'm nervous about this game. I'm confident about the team winning the league.
We do have a corner in this game. It is Anton Satch about to take it, and Joel Piro has come onto the pitch. Jacobijo's also on! And his first touch of the game, Jacobijo heads it just wide. It would have been the super sub of all super subs.
Stop telling me
Leeds, bro. It's Leeds.
Just wide.
It's little Leeds.
That was so close, though.
Don't worry about little Leeds. Little Leeds don't do nothing.
Can we please have a little bit of parliamentary proceeding as we look into the chat? Mikey MVP1. How many minutes left to play? We have 2 minutes left of regulation time, and you'd expect probably at least 3 added minutes minimum. But I did want to speak to you about City. Of course, you signed Semenyo in the transfer window to help bolster up your attacking threat to keep up with Arsenal in this title race. He scored again today. Great movement for the finish. What have you made of his addition to Manchester
How was
City?
that not a foul, by the way?
What have you made of his addition and how it's changed your attacking formula at Manchester City?
No, he's been great. I don't think he's necessarily... I think Pep's changing his style of football from what he traditionally went for anyway over the last sort of like 5 to 10 years. I wouldn't say when you look at Semenyo, he's a typical Pep player, but he's fit into this system so well. Obviously, he's scoring quite a lot. Almost every game, he's impacting the game with a goal or assist, or he's doing something. I'm really, really impressed with him. And I think it obviously helps on days like today when Erling Haaland's injured and he can't play, that you've got the option of playing Semenyo as sort of with Marmoush as part of a front two, which we didn't have last year at all. I mean, if Haaland wasn't fit last year, that was basically it. We just weren't going to win the game. So having Semenyo there makes a massive difference. Mark Gay as well. Like, I don't care what contract he's on. I don't care that there was 6 months to go. £20 million for a centre-back of that quality is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
He's been so unbelievably important. Because you're right, I didn't have that much chest. Before January, I was thinking, I think we're just going to fizzle out and Arsenal are just going to walk the league. And Gay has actually made a genuinely huge difference. There's a bit more confidence at the back there. We're not so over-reliant on Diaz. Obviously, Guardiola's out, which is a massive miss, but we haven't really missed him since Gay's come in. So I think both of those two signings are so important.
Real big loss for Liverpool, that one. Not getting Gahey over line in the summer, wasn't
crazy.
it?
But if City cross the line with this one, it shows you that the goals obviously win you games.
Yeah.
Semenyo obviously scoring, 13 goals now
Big
in the
if,
Premier
though.
League.
Big if, as
No,
Ethan
well,
Ampadu is ready
let's
to
say I
launch
always
this
assume that
throw-in
they'll-
into the box. Here.
I always
We could be
assume
in the
that
money
they-
here.
DCL to
Be in the
DCL.
money here.
There we go.
We're not in the money.
They'll get
There you
away
go.
with it. They'll get away
Yeah,
with
sorry,
it
as
today.
you were saying,
No, so it's a thing where Pepper's brought smart, or City have brought smart in the sense of you need goals in order for you to go all the way when it's winning titles or
Send him.
winning Premier League
Send him.
titles.
I'm not gonna lie, he sent him there.
Semenyo is a good buy for
He
them.
sent him there.
This could be a vital goal as well, a winning goal that they've scored. So let's see as the cross comes in.
Thank God for that.
Jesus
Waste
Christ.
some
That's what I'm
time.
saying.
couldn't cross a zebra crossing this guy,
Six
man.
years lead. Dan
Back to the
James.
Dan
No,
James
do you
of
know-
old.
do you know
Dan
what?
James in 2026.
To be fair, to be fair, like it's all good and well, like arguing and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if I was
That's
you and
good
if I
banter.
was you and I was watching this, I would probably have the same confidence.
No,
We
it's-
actually genuinely, like, more often than not, don't look that good because we are in a massive transition period. The fact that we're only 2 points behind in a transitional season is actually quite impressive, and obviously
It's-
a testament to the quality of the players. But you are right, like this has not been comfortable at all.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
never
it's kind of describing how the Premier League is this season, anyways.
That's true.
It's difficult. It's difficult for everyone and anyone. It's not a given. The one thing I'll say about obviously you lot being 2 points, I don't think it's because City have played top football. I feel
you're
like
right.
it is because we haven't taken our chances as Arsenal. So that's something
100%.
we have to look at ourselves. It's our own faults. But yeah, credit to you lot for keeping up.
You are right though. At no point, no point in the season have we actually looked amazing. Even when we had, I think, 13 games in all competitions, 10 wins, 3 draws. Even when we went through that period, like we didn't look like the City of old. But obviously, like there's loads
new
of new
City now,
players
isn't
and it's
it?
a new style,
Yeah.
and you're not expecting that. So I think like games like today, why I think today is such an important game is because it's a difficult place to go anyway. We haven't played particularly
ugly,
well,
isn't it? It's
and it's win ugly, and that's what champions have to do.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what you have
Which
to
you
do.
don't
well,
know
it-
how
well,
to
it
do.
is.
That's one thing I'll give you lot.
In fairness, it is a very difficult place to go. Leeds have had a very, very good home record this season at Ellen Road, as they usually tend to, and it's been very difficult for every side that's come there, barring Arsenal, who had an absolute
Yeah.
field day at Ellen Road. It was a tough game for Liverpool. It was a tough game for Man United. It was a tough game for Spurs. It was a tough game for Chelsea, who got battered. So it's a tough place
Anyone
to go.
can
And I
get-
think City have shown a lot of professionalism and
you do.
fight to keep themselves in it, even though there was a few chances that went against them in the first half. As Dan James swings a cross in.
header out.
He's
For
swinging
the
that,
sake of the
man.
viewers, by the way, we have got 6 added minutes of stoppage time in this game. We are 2.5 minutes
he's
into
doing
it.
that
As Gabriel Goodmanson goes through. and it's died.
Experience.
Rodri, man.
Experience.
Oh my God.
That was
Come
a
on.
sold.
Experience.
We've got some comments from the chat. Shahiri Ahmed 6240. Transition my foot. You got Diaz, Rodri, Silva, Haaland. They are the backbones. You bought players who fit right in, even spent January ready Premier League players, and he says transition period. Please, such an excuse. Ooh.
I mean, I don't know if that fellow watches football, but there has obviously been a transition. Like,
Listen, respect to respect to him, first of all, for sending us chat, and respect to you. Love for you for that.
No, respect.
Everyone is entitled to their opinions, of
Respect,
course.
and thank you for the chat. And like, yeah, obviously, it's not really an excuse. Like, City have had to change the way that they play football to keep up with the times. I mean, Arsenal have done it as well. Arsenal are nowhere near as free flowing as when Mikel Arteta first took over, or when they first were runners up in the Premier League. Times are changing. Set pieces are more important. Fast attacks are more important. Hence, signing players like Semenyo, like Jeremy Doku is not a Pep Guardiola player. Everybody knows that. Neither is Ryan Cherky. So that is a transition. Whether or not we've spent money to ease the transition is another case, and that is obviously, I agree, we have spent a lot of money to do that.
Over here.
But it is still objectively changing a complete different style of football. We've got Gianluigi Donnarumma. We've got a goalkeeper who
not
is
a keeper,
notoriously
yeah.
poor with his feet.
Yeah.
That would be inconceivable 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by transition. And respect for the chat. I'm sorry for saying you don't watch football.
It's all right. As you can tell, tensions are flying in the studio. We've all been there.
left. I'm sorry.
Just go with it, man.
We have all been there. Tensions are, of course, flying in the studio. Both from me, you, Kwame, of course. Clinton is just down on his luck because, as per usual, his team got their ass
You're
handed
about
to
to do
them,
the
much
same
as
thing. You're about to do
you
the same
expect.
thing.
As Calvert-Lewin flicks the ball on, we do have 1 minute and 20 seconds left
this
in
is
this
horrid,
game.
man.
Pascal Stroik gives it out to the left-hand side. Gabriel Goodmanson with some space to drive into. Little shimmy goes past.
Come on,
goes
Savino.
past
Good
his man with
challenge.
ease. That is a foul.
Good challenge.
The referee inexplicably has not given a foul.
Take it to the corner, mate.
You've got to be scratching your head as to how he's given that one away. As Anton Stach comes in with a beautiful
handbrake off, man.
last ditch interception there, and Leeds mount wants one more attack. This has to be, you'd presume, the last attack of the game, gentlemen.
Ain't nothing in.
What I would say
Just
is,
50 seconds remaining on the clock.
for the room to be this cold and for me to be this sweaty tells how nervous
It
I
does
am.
tell you as Leeds pick the ball around beautifully. It's Anton Stach with two options to his right. He finds Ethan Ampadu, who puts a
Here we go.
delectable cross in, and it's the Metro who heads it into no man's land.
Nothing.
And that is probably game, set,
Nothing.
and match for Manchester City.
Sorry. Let me just be a normal person. I'm so nervous.
Believing the ref cheated, I would agree with you on that one.
game and be nervous.
To be fair, if we're playing like this against Leeds, the Real Madrid games are going to be quite
You're right,
interesting.
You're playing little Leeds, man. Everyone beats them, man. Home, way, it doesn't matter, man. Look, DCL, look, mismatch.
Right,
There
come
you
on,
go.
time.
And this is it. The game is about to
Nothing.
end. Surely the ref about to blow
There
his
we go.
full-time
Boot
whistle
it
now.
long. Thank
As
you very
City clear the
much.
ball.
Yeah.
As he put the whistle to his mouth.
Blow it up, man. Blow it up. They're not going to score.
VAR. What's that?
Oh,
not
wait,
gonna
no, they've
score.
allowed it to carry on. Pep Guardiola unhappy here. Could we see some last-second limbs?
Never.
As Bijol slides the
There
ball
we
forward.
go.
Calvert-Lewin touches it down and he blows it there.
That's the first, that's the first decent touch he's had.
Yeah. William Shakespeare would be having a field day.
The first decent touch.
Honestly, he would have been disowned if he ruined that.
There it is.
Just the 2 points now.
Same thing.
Can I write it, but it's full
He's
time.
scared of it, man.
Manchester
Same thing.
City
Red
1,
card.
You
Leeds
scared?
United
Red
0.
card for Farker.
Farker's gone nuts. He's gone fucking
And can
crazy.
you blame the man? That was a
Fucking hell.
very, very dubious decision to end the
That's
game
not
there
swerving.
on the
He's
counter-attack.
actually the manager.
He's livid. He's livid.
But Daniel Farke remonstrating with the official as Manchester City
Wow.
wrap the game up
Daniel Farke.
1 goal to 0, which now
Daniel
puts them,
Farke has lost his
if we
head.
could have some parliamentary proceeding, it
Sorry,
does put them 2 points behind the league leaders, Arsenal, of course, tied on the same games.
Where you lot?
Arsenal with a humongous game tomorrow
Where you lot?
against Chelsea. So I will throw it
I know he
over
hears me.
to you first of all. How are you feeling going into the rest of the title race right now? Just 2 points behind Arsenal. Obviously today, relatively uncomfortable from a Manchester City perspective. But did you see enough from your team to give you confidence going into the rest of this title race?
The thing is, you have to be confident supporting a team who's won so much and they're only 2 points behind Arsenal. And obviously, like I'm joking when I say you bottled it, but like that is going to be playing on the players' minds as well. So you've got to be confident of your team. The performances don't fill me with confidence, though, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't watch this and I don't think, oh my God, we're so good, we're going to win the league. But the fact that we've won a game like today, where we very, very easily could have drawn that game, I would say probably on the balance, maybe a draw would have been the fair result, particularly from the first half where we just didn't have a foot on the ball at all. You had 2 really, really big chances. So winning that game is just hugely important. The game at Anfield as well, winning ugly. Winning at Anfield for the first time in 23 years. I'm not counting the COVID year. Like, that's really, really impressive. And that's the kind of thing, more like the vibes of winning a game like that is what gives me
going on?
confidence rather than what's
See,
on the
look at
pitch, if you know what I mean.
Bernardo Silva again.
So, yeah, I feel quite confident.
I do feel quite confident. If I am to steal 1 minute to talk about Leeds United, I am impressed with the way that Leeds dug in. Of course, it's a dangerous relegation battle going on right now. West Ham losing, of course, adds a little bit of respite for the teams just above them. We're talking Leeds, Spurs and Nottingham Forest, of course. Held in well against the formidable Manchester City side, of course, not having Haaland. It's a game that you really thought the opportunity was there for Leeds to cause a bit of an upset, and they had the opportunities to. You talk about the chances in that first half.
Big chances.
How Dominic Calvert-Lewin is walking out of this game without a goal. Beggars belief. That guy missed some gilt-edged chances today. And unfortunately, it's a story we've seen so many times with Leeds in the past, is missing humongous chances and in the end getting hit out on the counter-attack. It's happened many a times, so it's very disappointing to lose this game. I think if you look at the balance of the play, a draw would have been a fair reflection of the game, in my opinion, if you look at the way the two teams played. But unfortunately, from a Leeds perspective, once again, didn't take chances. And when Man City got your chances, you took them. And fair play to them. They defended well after that. And now leave yourselves in a very good situation coming up against Arsenal.
Let's be honest. We had one chance in that game.
And you took
Really, we had one chance. So it wasn't like we were piling the pressure on.
No.
Maybe if you'd got a goal early in the second half, maybe that pressure would have
been a different story.
It could have been a different story. But yeah, we basically had one chance. And that goes back to what you were saying before about Antoine Semenyo. Like, these are the players who make the big difference in the title race. And I don't think Arsenal will struggle tomorrow, but it's not an easy game. And if they can't pick up maximum points and they go in, let's say they lose and they're only 2 points ahead with City with a game in hand, that's huge. That's psychologically massive. I mean, Arsenal fans were texting me when they drew to Wolves saying congratulations on your title. Wow. So there is nerves there. There's obviously nerves there. The players are obviously feeling it as well. So really, really big win. Really important win.
Really important win. And there are, of course, 4 other games that happened in the Premier League today. We had Bournemouth drawing 1-1 with Sunderland. Burnley getting a late equaliser, which was then disallowed, losing 4-3 against Brentford. Liverpool beat West Ham 5-2. Very big win for them. And Newcastle, of course, losing 3-2 to Everton. We will be getting onto those just so slightly. Don't you worry. But as you have touched on Arsenal, and I think given the fact that Manchester City have now put them back 2 points behind Arsenal, it would be the perfect segue to move into tomorrow's 4:30 before we get back to those games that happened today. It is Arsenal versus Chelsea, and I want to throw it over to you, Kwame. Seeing this Manchester City performance, seeing the way your side performed quite resiliently against Tottenham in the North London derby last weekend, how are you going into this game tomorrow against Chelsea feeling?
It's all focuses on Chelsea. I'm not really watching. Obviously, I've been forced to watch this game. I wouldn't have watched today's game because I would just always assume that City are going to pick up their points. We just need to do what we need to do on the pitch. It's the same thing I said last week. I've been saying it throughout the season. We need to focus on us. The only ones that is going to sabotage or ruin the season are ourselves. We have had a few slip-ups this season with Forest, Wolves, etc. But I feel like that game last week was quite important for us psychologically. I know you've touched on it.
The Spurs game.
Yeah. It was a big game in the sense of certain players that needed to step up. They did step up in that game. Mm-hmm. Can they carry that form now into another big game, which is obviously another London derby against Chelsea? And they did give us a lot of hassle in the previous game.
I would say probably your last really hard game, I think. Apart from basically what could be like the final at the Etihad.
Yeah.
This is probably your last hard game.
No, I think all of them are. Because you know what it is?
On paper.
But I mean, like, you look at some of the games, like I'm looking at the Brighton game. I'm looking at those games because those are the games where they sneak up on you and you think, oh yeah, it's a shoo-in. And look, obviously
you can easily draw a Brighton away, can't you?
Yeah. A win. Just like obviously you guys managed to get 3 points at Elland Road. It's a difficult place to go, but I think we've watched Wolves yesterday against Villa, and they managed to pick up points against Aston Villa, and Aston Villa are a very good team. So for me, I'm not taking anyone lightly, but I mean the job is there to beat Chelsea. The bonus is that we're playing at home. We've already played them at the Bridge. We're playing them at home. The fans will be up for it. Gyökeres seems to be in form. Eze as well. We seem to have found a spot for Eze. So yeah, for me, I'm quietly confident in the sense that we should put on another showing just to say, look. Yeah, it's nice that Man City have picked up points against Leeds, but we want to get that Premier League. We want to get our first Premier League under Arteta's belt and under the players' belt. So, yeah.
Well, he did kind of change it up with Ebere Eze. Sorry to interject there. He did kind of switch it up a little bit with him. He's kind of giving him a little bit more freedom to not have to, I saw in the Spurs game, not quite have to track back maybe quite as much, allow him to sit in the pockets and give you a little bit of an out ball. Is this something you see as maybe a one-off thing, or have you seen enough over the past few weeks to say this guy should be getting a lot more regular starts under his belt? Because obviously there's been wide debates as to whether he should be playing in the 10 or coming off wide left.
Yeah.
What do you make of the situation still? Do you think you would keep him in that number 10 role, or would you potentially try and get him and Odegaard into the team at the same time?
I said originally I would have preferred him coming off the left. I said it since we had him in the squad. But obviously Arteta sees something else, and that's something I've got. He gets paid the big bucks. He's an elite manager, elite coach. So I leave it to him to do that. He's kind of forced Eze into the squad, but I've seen him do that with Kai Havertz. I've seen him do it with so many players, you know, Moreno, where we're like, why are you playing him in that position? And then all of a sudden there's just this moment and it clicks. And yeah, I mean, maybe did he ask Eze not to do as much defensive work in that 10 role? I beg to differ. I just feel like Eze was more, he understands his role now. He understands the demands that Arteta wants, you know, in terms of the pressing. And that's something that Odegaard is very good at doing. However, I feel like the way we set up, we kind of pushed our wing backs as well. We pushed them a bit more forward as well, just to kind of stifle Spurs. But yeah, no, the quality there for Eze is always there. You give him space, he will punish you. And he always seems to find space. He managed to do that last week, which was good. So yeah, it's about confidence, and it's about having the right momentum. And I feel like we just got it at the right moment now with Man City picking up their points.
And then you are, of course, playing against Chelsea. You're, of course, coming off the back of a 1-1 draw against Burnley. Before that, it was a 2-2 draw at home against Leeds in the league. And then, of course, they beat Wolves 3-1 before that. Clinton, from a Chelsea perspective going into this game, how do you expect them to line up? And what have you made of Liam Rosenior's journey so far? You look at some of the players that seem to be almost enjoying the enhanced freedom in certain aspects. João Pedro would be the key one for me. I think his performances as of late have severely improved, but yet they still seem to be a little bit inconsistent at times. What do you make of Chelsea? Do you think this is a game that could potentially get them spurring back on to get to top 4? Or do you still think that under Rosenior there's a little bit too much inconsistency there?
No, obviously Chelsea, there's still work to do. But I think they're going to smell blood against Arsenal. You know, for them.
Chelsea?
Yeah, because look,
Chelsea going to smell our blood?
Yeah, because you guys are looking shaky right now. Shaky.
Did you watch the game last week?
Bro, I seen the game.
Did you watch the game?
I seen the game
against Wolves? Just watched Match of the Day?
I seen the game against Wolves.
Did you watch
I saw the game against Wolves?
We're only as good as our last game, right?
Bro, I saw the game against Wolves.
Did you watch the game last week?
They will come out. Listen, we want to have a chat, yeah? Yeah, the time, all right. You read your little gospel choir thing, you want to sit now? Let me talk, man. Yeah, Chelsea, they got your number, man. Liam Rosenior, the guy.
He's hurt. He's hurting. He's hurting right now.
I'm hurting, but again, at the same time,
his head is frazzled right now.
You've just seen your arch rivals beat them in front of you, and now you're rattled, bro. That's the reason why you got the bottle. You might as well be sponsored by Evian, the way you guys are going to bottle this title, man. Ooh. So again,
where did you get that from?
Man.
Where'd you get it from, man?
Straight up the dome, bro.
Yeah. Chat GTP, yeah?
Chat GTP.
In my head, yeah? Chat GPT in my head. Listen, it's fine, it's fine. If you want to take it out on me, it's fine. Take out your frustrations on me.
Speaking of ChatGPT and open resource platforms or social media, if anything, shall we say?
Where's he going with this?
Rosenior, when appointed, was coined very famously as a LinkedIn manager for Chelsea.
That is a tenuous segue.
That is the way he was coined. Yeah, that was the Lionel Messi one. I had to pivot through a few defenders to get to that one. But he was coined as a LinkedIn manager. He then obviously went on that very good run, 4 wins in the league, and then kind of changed the opinion on him a bit. There's been a decent sample size of Rosenior at Chelsea now. And do you think this is a project that, if you were looking from a Chelsea perspective, you'd want to carry on? Or do you still see there's too many holes and potentially you'd be looking elsewhere in the medium to long-term future?
I mean, looking at it as a whole, he's galvanised the players. Yeah, he seems like he's very friendly with the players. I don't know if he's too friendly to the point where, obviously, yeah, at the moment they're performing for him or they're trying to perform for him, but it's when Chelsea start getting these certain results. So obviously the Burnley draw was a disappointment for them, especially at home. The Leeds draw at home. These are games that they should be winning. And as much as everyone's kind of like at Stamford Bridge, like, oh yeah, it's all good. Oh, we're happy. If you keep getting more and more of those results, for example, if we beat them tomorrow, I really feel like questions will be asked of him long term, but you should give him time 100%. He needs to have a window. You need to give him time to kind of get his gameplay across to the players. But yeah, there's certain players that you've mentioned that have stood out in the sense of João Pedro, but then there's certain things that are still there in terms of their discipline, the fact that they're still picking up red cards, all of these things, and then their weaknesses at the back, it still hasn't been really addressed. So these are the things I'm looking at from the outside, or from the outside point of view. As an Arsenal fan, I'm seeing they still got weaknesses. I don't fear going into the game and thinking, oh gosh, yeah, they can really hurt us. But yeah, no, he's a good manager. It's nice to see Chelsea giving him an opportunity, of course, as a young manager, a young English manager. But I don't know if the sands of time will be moving a bit more quicker for him.
Well, it's definitely something to keep our eyes out on. Of course, everyone in the chat, keep letting us know your opinions. Kenny SMS with a great one here. Rafinha came in and won. When Rafinha came in, Chelsea won one of their last 7 under Maresca. He has 8 wins, 2 draws. The players blew 2 losses to Arsenal. He is playing progressive football and has improved many, many players. And as we said, of course, we will have to wait and see how the whole Rafinha saga unfolds. And of course, when he gets a transfer window this summer, we can see what he can start to bring in. But quickly, can we get some score predictions for this Arsenal versus Chelsea, starting with you, Clinton?
I'm going with 1-1.
I thought you said you'd smell our blood.
Yeah, that's enough.
That smelling blood?
That's enough.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, it's enough. 1-1.
Tasting blood, man. What's that?
No, you'll win comfortably. 3-1, I think.
3-1 Arsenal?
Yeah.
For you?
For me, tomorrow, I think it'll be 4.
4?
Yeah,
4-0.
4 what?
4-1. There'll be another 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like
clip
it.
this up. Clip
Yeah, of
this
course.
up.
Yeah,
I like it.
Clip this
I
up,
think
please.
I will.
Clip it.
I think I'll be going.
Clip.
I think Arsenal at the Emirates. I would personally lean towards 3-1. But let us know down below. What do you guys think? How do you
Once
see
we get one
this
against
game
Chelsea, bruv.
going? But I think
That's
it's
it.
time to get
Game over.
into the rest of the Saturday matches. A lot of games today, of course. The first one to talk about was, of course, Bournemouth drawing 1-1 with Sunderland. Sunderland, who, of course, started off this season firing on all cylinders, creeping into the top 4 after that fantastic draw against Chelsea, now find themselves 11. Just 6 points off the top of that relegation pact. So things have definitely taken a little bit of a turn for the worse for Sunderland. Of course, you would have had a keen eye on Sunderland this season, Clinton. What have you made
That'll
of them?
be
Do you
fine.
think maybe a little bit of an experience, a lot of fresh signings coming into the league? Did you expect them to maybe trail off the way they have this season?
Clinton, let's be honest.
No, I'll
now.
be honest. I'll keep it realistic, unlike Arsenal fans. So I think Sunderland have had a good season. They have.
Yeah.
They beat us in the derby. Fair play. They won't do it the same time round in next month. But overall, they've had a good year, good season. I wouldn't mind having their sporting director because he's done a better job than ours. But again, it's starting to tail off. They're starting to, go back down to kind of Leeds level. We need to just push it down there. So
They'll be absolutely
You're
fine.
6 points ahead of us. This guy is acting like they're 16 points ahead.
of you,
Flipping heck, mate.
What's he heard him?
Oh my days.
What's it like?
Honestly.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, right? I watched that game, that Sunderland-Bournemouth game.
Yeah.
The Premier League is so high quality, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was just watching that game and I was like, these are like 2 mid-ish table sides, both bottom half of the Prem.
Yeah.
And it was just a sick game. Like everyone's touch is just like immaculate.
Yeah.
Has the Iriola gold dust kind of rubbed out now? Like everyone's getting everyone's waxing lyrical about him and Glasner.
This happens all the time.
No, sorry.
He's
You know what I
lost-
mean?
he's
Everyone's
lost-
glazing over
Happened
Glazer.
with what's the Brighton one called again? I've forgotten. Hertzler as well.
Yeah.
This always happens when like a manager comes into a team that are like lower half of the table, and
Everyone's
they
like,
start
"Oh my God,
they start
he's
playing
great."
good football, and everyone's like, oh my God, next Man United manager. So just
It's almost linked to them, innit?
relax.
No, I think I like Ariola. I think he's done very well. To see some of his best players leave and he still managed to get Bournemouth playing good football, I think it's credit to him. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Hertzler and them lot, I would say Glasner, it shows you the levels in the sense that if you're not tactically astute with your team, you're going to get found out, and that's why I like Areola. I think he's really good. Bournemouth are a good team as well.
And he was highly rated before coming to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Of course, he studied under the Bielsa School of Football, along with many other great managers, Maurizio Pochettino, Pep Guardiola, to name just a couple. And he was very highly rated across the continent. It's true. It's true. And that's coming out of Guardiola's mouth. Listen, mate, you can say that all you want.
I'm not denying the truth.
Guardiola said himself the greatest manager in his opinion is Bielsa. So I'm just giving the narrative.
I'm not denying the truth. I just enjoyed how you brought it in.
But as I said, he did study, of course, and he was well respected on the continent and started many great things at Bournemouth. He started off very well, playing great attacking football. And listen, managers, I think nowadays football's a fickle game, but people are a little bit too fickle. The second a manager has a couple of bad months, a few bad months, you used to see it back in the year when you had managers that were at clubs for 5-10 years. Moyes at Everton originally, you would have these few month spells where they would be doing bad, but they would trust them and they would give them the time, and eventually it would start to turn things around. The way things have at Bournemouth, because I know they had a troubled start, a troubled little patch of this season as well, but they do seem to have been picking up a little bit of steam throughout the season and got themselves safe.
Sorry to cut you. There's two players I do like. I like the centre back, obviously, that they brought in. Is it Senasi? Quality, and then Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ryan looks good. He was good today.
Kroopy, they keep bringing in players.
Tyler Adams.
Oh, Tyler Adams as well. They keep bringing in players, high quality players.
So easy to bring players in when you're in Bournemouth, isn't it?
Yeah,
Come and live in Sandbanks. And like 200 grand a week. It's just like, go on then.
They're fantastic with it. I mean, you're looking at Antoine Semenyo on our screen now. They lost him and they replace him like that. They lose talent and they bring new ones in.
That
is a good run of form, by the way.
He's just hit the ground running.
Apart from that United game and then Bodo Glimt game was a blip. But that's a good run of form since January the 10th.
Great signing, man.
Speaking of good runs of form and good games, we had a fantastic, thrilling game at Turf Moor today. Brentford beating Burnley 4-3. Coyote, Jaden Anthony and Fleming with the goals for Burnley. Damsgaard with the late winner for Brentford in the end after Igor Tiogo and Sharda had also netted for Brentford. What did you guys make of that game? I mean, that was a thrilling one, especially right at the end there when you thought Burnley were back in it. It's taken away. Yeah. What did you make of that game?
Obviously, Burnley, they started off poor in the first half when I watched them, and then they managed to get back in the second half. But yeah, I think they done well to make it 3-3, and then it was that point, obviously, like you said, where VAR intervened, and I know that's going to be the major talking point. I was listening to a few of the Burnley fans, and they were devastated. They were celebrating that goal, because it meant so much to them to see their team come back.
Super sub Ashley Barnes as well, just come onto the pitch.
Shout out to Ashley Barnes as well, but when I looked at it, it did look like it struck his arm. It did. I'm sorry, it's one of those ones, but if you're spending that much time trying to work out whether it's a handball or not, this is the thing that frustrates a lot of fans overall throughout the Premier League. I just hope it changes. But yeah, it's a shame for Burnley because we know more or less they're down and out in the Premier League, but it's something they could go out, the fact that they're battling now, they're fighting, which is a good thing for Scotty Parker and his team.
Too little too late though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is too little too late. But
Why are they fighting now?
Give the fans something.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of pride
to
about
go into the Championship with,
Hey,
Sorry,
they were good in the Championship. They were good.
Yeah, they were cooking in the Championship, but they're in the Premier League now and they're just starting too little too late. It is. It's a shame that they didn't have this fight earlier on in the season. Otherwise, they'll be competing with Leeds to kind of stay up, sort of thing.
Well, yeah. Well, funnily enough, speaking of teams that could be on the verge of relegation, West Ham United are, of course, just teetering on that edge of trying to catch Nottingham Forest to retain their survival. But boy, were they slapped down today after a thrilling 5-2 defeat at Anfield. Souček and Castellanos with 2 goals for West Ham, but Ekitike, Van Dijk, McAllister, Gakpo, and then a disaster of an own goal, if you will, from West Ham sealed the deal for them. What did you make of Liverpool's performance today?
They're a lot better now, aren't they? They're a lot better. It seems like they've actually sort of finally found the groove a little bit. I think they'll be fine for a top 4 spot. I think they're getting goals from all over the place. I also think that they can, because I don't actually think that the top 4 will be like a huge race for them. I think they'll kind of make it quite comfortably. I do have a little bit of an eye on Liverpool for the Champions League. I do have a feeling, because we know what Anfield's like on Champions League nights anyway. We know Liverpool have got like a bit of a special connection with that competition. They're still the same players and the same team who won the Premier League by 10 points last year.
It's crazy the drop-off, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
From
it's
winning
mad.
it last season to where they are now.
It's mad, but I honestly, I think it's just the Jota thing. I think it's just
That's
that.
what
Like,
I'm
imagine
asking.
like you're training every single day, working like every single day with a
family,
bloke. Like,
isn't it? Yeah.
it's like family. Like you, that must be the only reason. You can't have not every single player can drop off this much.
Well, and then on top
think
of that,
it's
of
too
course, losing
coincidental.
Trent and Diaz on top of that as
On
well.
top of that, not
two big
replacing them
figures in the
straight away, yeah.
two big figures in the team. But yeah, they have obviously been very up and down. They have a good run in the Champions League actually against, of course, Galatasaray, and then we'll be playing either Paris Saint-Germain or Chelsea in the game after. So you never know what could go on there. And of course, they sit just outside that top 4 in the Premier League, tied on points with Manchester United, who of course have a game in hand.
On the other side, do you think that West Ham will go down?
Well, that's a very interesting point, and I will say I've seen Nottingham Forest recently. I'll have to say I've had a keen eye on Nottingham Forest. They have looked very, very poor as of late. They would currently be my front runners to get relegated. West Ham, of course, were turning things on a little bit recently with Somerville, but it's all going to be dependent on how Nottingham Forest perform against Brighton tomorrow, because they do have that game in hand and sit 2 points ahead. But it's anyone's game there. Forest, Spurs, Leeds and West Ham all look unconvincing at times, so you don't know who is really going to get out of that one. But speaking of unconvincing teams, Newcastle went and got defeated 3-2 by Everton. Boy, have they flattered to deceive at times, Newcastle this season. Clinton, you of course had a keen eye on that game. What did you make of your team's performance?
Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. The fact that we've again thrown away Leeds twice. I mean, obviously we did it against CS, fine, but to win the game.
You threw against Leeds against us. We threw away a lead 3 times. It was impossible for you to throw a lead. You were trailing the whole game. What's this guy talking about? What's this guy waffling about? Give this guy an IHOP sponsorship, mate. Honestly.
Listen, calm down there anyway, man. Jeez, but yeah, absolutely dreadful result.
Calm down there. That's good work,
This
man.
guy.
That's
Get
good
a load of
work.
this guy.
That's good work.
No, seriously. Yeah, I don't know. Nick Pope as well should never play in goal for us again. Absolute woeful.
You hate him, don't you?
Oh, do you want Cardano back? You can put him in goal instead if you want.
No. Let me cook, man. Let me cook. Like Nick Pope, terrible with his feet, but terrible with his hands as well. The fact that he's palmed it into Beto's path to then score. The marking at the back of the first goal, and then the third goal. Oh my diddy, that is horrendous. Like,
Oh, you're what?
yeah, exactly, that bad. Crime watch defending, and again, it goes down to Eddie Howe and the way he set up some of the decisions that he made today is woeful. Like playing Joe Linton left, Voltamada as deep as can be in the centre. You've got flipping Gordon, playing against his old team, but it looked like he's playing for his old team and he was playing that badly today. And then we've got the next 6 run of games that we've got. Oh my God.
Who is it?
Man United, Man City, Barcelona, Chelsea, Barcelona again, and then Sunderland. 6 games all in March.
Wow.
And a huge miss for those games is, of course, Bruno Guimaraes, who is expected to be out until mid-April. So the midfield 2 you paired, obviously, Jacob Ramsey, Tonali. What are you missing without Bruno Guimaraes there? He just seemed to be lacking a bit of quality on the ball in the midfield without Bruno Guimaraes.
We're missing everything. We are Bruno FC. We are Bruno FC. And I don't like making us down to a one-man team, but he brings so much. He's a captain, leader, enthusiast. He loves the badge. He loves the city. And his presence is missing. You know, like what they say about, the young kids say about aura. He has that aura on the pitch. Like he can bring in that kind of extra 10%. And he would have been a big miss today as well. So I really fear going into these next 6 games without him missing, because he's going to be out till April.
Surely, like Tonali, because I'm just looking as well. Tonali is a player that you'd see stepping up. I feel like he's stepped up in terms of his goals and even his shots, even that final shot where Pickford,
Great
Pickford,
save.
my goodness.
That is an
Well, goals I wouldn't
insane
necessarily say. He's got 0 goals in the league competitions.
Okay, well, Champions League,
Rashford one.
I'm saying. But yeah, no, Tonali's a player I look and I'm saying, right, it's your time now to step up.
It's when he wants to step up, though. That's the thing. It's like 1 minute he's playing like Pirlo, next minute he's playing like FP and I don't know, one of their players. You know what I mean? Like,
on their day, I think your midfield 3 is the best in the league. If they can all play it, if they can all play it, yeah. Tonali, Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes when they're on form.
Over their midfield
As a 3, yeah, I reckon.
as a 3, come on.
Yeah, as a 3, it's
Over
insane.
Rice, Zubimendi and Mikel Marino.
Mikel Marino.
Listen, this is the big boy conversation, man. I don't even know why
Put
he's there.
Mikel Arteta in there and it'd still be a better midfield 3.
No.
There's a reason why.
They're just bully boys. They're bully boys.
No, they're good. They're good.
No,
But on their day,
no.
This is coming from a Man City
But that's
fan,
it.
and
Because
he's
they just bully, man. You man just push people
don't-
around, bruv.
Come
That's
on,
how
man.
Newcastle, and this is what I said. Newcastle, you play with emotion. You always play with emotion. You always play with energy. Once the energy burns out, where is the quality? You lot don't have that.
No, the quality is there, bro. The midfield quality is there. It's just inconsistent this year.
And again, like Bruno's been out, Joe Linton's been out at times, Tonali's been off the ball, he's flirting with your manager, and everyone else is flirting with your manager as well, probably as well. So I don't know.
I'd take him.
In
a heartbeat.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he can't be that bad if you guys both would take him.
I went down the other day actually to Spurs Newcastle when I was interviewing some Newcastle fans about Eddie Howe, and it was just literally the question was, do you think he's taken the team as far as he can?
Thank you.
Thank
you.
What do you reckon?
Split.
I think it is.
Yes.
You think he's
I
taken
think
him as
yes.
far as he can?
I think so. Because I was saying Eddie Howe like a while ago. You bantered me about it, but rightfully so. And then he had that nice little run of form where we beat Spurs. You know, everyone's beat Spurs, beat Villa, beat Karabag. And then everyone's thinking, oh, where's the Eddie Howe fans now? And like, okay, wait till we play someone half decent. Everton having a good run of form this season. They're going to play them. Look at what's happened. So again, it's when we play the decent teams, Man City, again, we come on stuck. And again, it's kind of been rinse and repeat with his tactics. He's not really evolved. And that's what we need to do in order to get back up to you guys.
I tend to lean towards the other perspective on Eddie Howe, because when you look at the fact that PSR has really hamstrung you and hamstrung Eddie Howe's development of the squad, in my opinion, he was hamstrung by that, and you haven't been able to fully develop.
250 million he's been hamstrung with.
We spent wrong.
We spent 250 million in the summer. That's
He
not
was
hamstrung.
forced to do it last second after selling the squad, but with the money you had, you could have been able to spend more.
You must have Jacob Ramsey for 50 million. You must have Nick Voltamada for 70 million. Anna yeah, hamstrung. No,
Well,
no
listen,
one forced him.
football is a game of opinions. Football's a game of opinions. You have yours, I have mine, and everyone in the chat has theirs, so please let him down. And quickly,
what I will say about Eddie Howe, though, he probably isn't tactically the right man to get you to win regularly and compete for the top 4 regularly and win the Premier League eventually. But he does make average players a million times better. Yeah. Like Jacob Murphy is an average lower league player. And he is unbelievable. Eddie Howe has transformed. Eddie Howe has transformed that man completely. Same with like Livramento and people like that.
And Joe Linton.
And Joe Linton as well, was a striker he's put in.
In order to get into the group of you guys, we need to kick on with management and players.
I think that's probably
listen, lads. I do agree, and I do apologise, Kwame, but of course we are short on time, and we still do have a few big games tomorrow. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Man United have, of course, turned things around a little bit under Michael Carrick. They have been on phenomenal form, really, ever since beating Manchester City. Just the draw at home to West Ham. Just very quickly, how long do you see this continuing under Carrick, and do you see him as the man for the future?
They'll probably go all the way without losing the game. No.
What, for the rest of the season?
Yeah. Man United are like the sleeping giants. I always say there's certain teams where once you awaken them, it's very hard to stop them, and they've got that confidence now. They're playing with it. Carrick understands it. He hasn't done too much to change the team, but he understands Man United and their DNA, and he's playing the right players, obviously bringing back Kobbie Mainoo, etc. Their strong back line now with Maguire. Their keeper, Lemons, like all of these players now are key integral players that will push Man United. And to be honest, I do want to see them get into the Champions League because they are a big club. But I feel like if this was the old Man United, they would struggle against Crystal Palace at home. Because they're playing at home and they got that confidence, I'm going with a strong 3-0.
A 3-0 Man United. How do you guys see this going, Man United Palace tomorrow?
Yeah, but I can't see Palace winning. I don't think 3, I think maybe just a 2-0. It'd be comfortable. It won't be a very good game to watch, I don't think.
Because Glasner's given up as well.
Yeah. He's so
Glasner is desperate to get sacked so we can get a bit of cash.
Yeah. That's right.
He's trying everything.
Yeah. Same for me. I'll say 3-0 win for Man United. Easy.
You know, I could see a Desmond 2-2 for me personally. We do also have Fulham at home against very floundering Tottenham Hotspur, who find themselves in dire straits right now, just 4 points off the drop. They're going to be very happy West Ham didn't pick up any points today. How do you guys see this one going at Craven Cottage?
I think it's going to be a Fulham win, you know. Tottenham are in
Really?
trouble. Yeah, listen, he can't even control his own players. You see that clip that went viral?
That's mental, by the way. That's mental.
Was he trying to speak to Mickey Van der Ven, or was it the another player?
Yeah, Mickey Van der Ven.
Yeah, it's like he can't even control his players.
That makes you realise that it wasn't Frank's fault. Or Andrew's fault.
No.
Or Mourinho's fault.
We can
Or
keep going.
Conte's
We
fault.
can keep going.
That clip just made me feel like, oh, do you know what? I feel sorry for those guys now. Instantly, I was like, bro, how are you not listening to your manager?
I know.
In the middle of the North London derby, you're not listening to your
Crazy.
manager. It's crazy.
And you lot decimated. They're.
But I do weirdly, I think they're going to smash Fulham tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, because the thing is, right, as much as it would be great for the narrative, Spurs literally cannot go down. They're just not going to go down.
I don't know about
And
that,
tomorrow is that kind of game. Like, they're not very good at home, probably because it's so negative, the atmosphere there. I feel like Fulham, they're not like, they don't really put it about you. They play nice football, they win, but they don't really put it about you. I feel like it's quite a good team for Spurs to play.
So what score predictions do we
I'm
have?
saying 2-1 Fulham, you know.
2-1
3-0 Spurs.
3-0 Spurs. And you, Kwame?
3-1 Fulham.
3-1 Fulham. I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 Fulham myself. I think they will get the job done at home. And just finally tomorrow, we do have a humongous game once again in the relegation battle. Good that they're both happening at 2 o'clock. It is Nottingham Forest versus Brighton Hove Albion. Brighton at home at the Amex. How do we see this one going, gents? Let's start right to left this time.
Draw. Actually, no. Brighton will win. 1-0. 1-0.
1-0 Brighton.
2-1 Forest.
I'm saying 3-0 Brighton.
I think this could be a draw for myself, so I'm going to go 1-1 Brighton versus Nottingham Forest. But of course, as always, let us know in the chat how you guys see these games going. Let us know your scores on the doors down below. But it has been a phenomenal day of watching football again. Of course, the result didn't quite go the way we all wanted, but, well, not all of us. Of course you did, but it was a phenomenal day. Thank you for everyone who popped in on the chat. Thank you to everyone on the panel. A phenomenal show once again, gentlemen. And of course, make sure that you stay locked and loaded on DR Sports, because there is a whole host of great content coming in and around the next week. We're talking lives at 5, Saturday football shows, watch-alongs, the works. There is a lot of great content coming. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you like, subscribe, and tick that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. But from now, from me and the lads, it's been a great Saturday football show, and we'll see you next time.
Yes. Be here. Listen, lots of people have been asking me, Robbie, how have you managed to lose so much weight? And I feel so much better for it. And it has been a journey. But these two little things here, Optimum Day and Optimum Night, have really, really helped me on my weight loss journey. This Optimum Day, what it does, it helps you to curb your cravings. It really helps with your metabolism and just really just stabilizes things. And I swear by this. I absolutely swear by this. And then the Optimum Night, what this one does, I take these before I go to bed at night, helps you to have a much better, deeper sleep, makes you relax, makes you sleep, and makes your body recover. And these pills, I mean, listen, they're not magic pills, but they're all natural, and they have really, really helped me in my weight loss journey, and I really, really swear by them. So if you want to get your hands on these, scan the QR code in the description right now, or click the link down below, and you can get 70% off your first order with the Optimum Day and Optimum Night by Oxford Natural. As I said, these have been essential tools in my weight loss journey. Of course, there's no magic to it. You've got to eat less. You've got to go to the gym. You've got to do all those things. But these two have really, really helped me, and I recommend them very, very highly. So once again, if you want to get them and get 70% off your first order, all you've got to do is scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description, and you get 70% off your first order.
Welcome back to another episode.
Man, what going for the man then? Hey, let's talk about the Champions League. Arsenal, PSG.
A lot of Arsenal fans were saying that they finally have depth in their team, though.
They have depth, but in terms of like top-end quality, I think Liverpool have more.
The answer is simply, there's no excuse. It has to be done now.
Iconic moments in derbies.
Arsenal won the league at Tottenham.
Galatasaray away is never fucking easy, bro.
Well, you're talking about players' ego. Managers have egos. Putting it for his head is
overreactionary.
Overreactionary. No,
when we spend money, yeah, it's you spent money and you couldn't beat so. And
I think Ekitike has been the only signing that's come in.
Thank you.
That has looked level.
Say it again.
100%.
Palmer, Lavia, and Caicedo midfield three.
These guys just need to stay fit. Yeah. The talent is there. If these guys can give us 1 year of just fitness.
This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live.